Hi, this is Candace responding to this week's prompt. Physically educated students should be critical consumers of sports. I think this is very interesting because we do want our kids to know a lot about sports, but we also want them, like it talks in the book, to know about physical activity. So physical activity and sports, yes, they go hand in hand, but physical activity can be done without being in a traditional sport. So a lot of times in middle school and high school, we teach them about sports or they'll be involved in sports. Well, unfortunately, after high school ends, I think that ends for a lot of kids, and then their physical activity goes downhill. For instance, I was an avid basketball player. I played all the time, was in tremendous shape, and then high school ended, and that's what I knew about. I knew about basketball. However, now any physical activity I do has nothing to do with what I learned in middle school or high school. I've developed what I've wanted to physical activity without that. I've done HIIT programs, I've done Insanity, I've done other things, but none of them on my daily basis. It doesn't involve basketball, it doesn't involve softball, it doesn't involve any of those sports. So I would want my kids to be physically active. That means I want them learning about different activities that they can do outside of school. A lot of our traditional sports are harder to do because they have to be organized. You have to have enough people. But if you do other activities such as like weightlifting, you don't need as many people involved. So I think it's important that we teach our kids a lot about physical activity. It doesn't always have to include sports. It is good to know a lot about sports, but I don't think it's the end all be all. So I think we need to teach them alternatives. What are they going to do after high school? What kind of physical activity are they going to participate in? So they're not like me and having to figure this out later in life. I graduated high school and I was like, all right, now what kind of physical activity do I do? It's taken me a while to find out what I really like, but I have definitely found out what I like, and it's been really fun, but not every kid is going to be like that. So we need to make sure that we're giving them the tools to later in life do stuff like yoga or hiking. We want them to be able to be physically active for their entire life, and a lot of sports have to be more organized. All right, thanks.